this is Receive Joy,
I'm Reese.
and I am Eve. And in today's Joy Talk, we talk about how to find yourself again and your joy. Because sometimes we receive the question of a phrase when we receive something. It said, "I lost myself and my joy. How do I get it back?" So, topic: finding your joy, cooking your own joy soup, and finding yourself. What does this even mean? How can we approach this?
All right, I'd love to begin. This is Reese, and get that question very often. So it's first we do this list of fun, and I ask everybody to make 100 things that are fun for you in this moment of your life, in this season. Write down everything that is exciting, that is makes your heart sing, that you can feel good about in the moment, and everything on that list. So we compare it to if you're in your 50s, then possibly you might have been a sprinter. Now you're a slow treadmill walker. It's all, or you're just a wonder walker in the woods. So write down what brings you joy in this moment. Remember that your garden can be one flower in a pot. Um, and then let's honor that. Let's honor that joy. So our life is joy soup. We talk about this with Receive Joy all the time. And every day it's for us to bring an ingredient to our soup. And the illusion is that we're on this timeline, and what we did in our youth has nothing to do with, now in our moment. The idea is, if it's fun for you, then bring that ingredient, and our life is a soup, and we're adding to it, we're spicing it up, and we're sometimes if it's too salty, you add more water to it. So if we are to add more water, or we're adding more seasoning to the soup, if it's different ingredients, if it's a whole new soup, we can start there. The idea is, what is joyful or fun to you in this moment, and who are you in this moment? So also take a current picture of yourself, and realize that it's who we wish to become that we're stepping into in every moment with total joy at our heart. So um, after we've dropped our sad stories and we create a new vision of us now and a new picture, think of how you stand, how you smell, how you act, how you talk, where you travel, what car you drive. Think of the powerful you now, and then realize it's okay that if we had to do things and we worked for years for other people and answered to their commands, or we were married and we did a lot of what our spouse enjoyed more than what we enjoyed, and our children, and we were caretakers for so many different people. Well, now that your life is now, what does that now look like, and how can we continue our joy soup in this very moment? Even taking the moment and writing down 30 thoughts of, if you did one thing a day that could bring you joy, what would that one thing be? And I just did that list again last night for the next 30 days. One action step that I could take, and whether it's weeding your garden, or planting a flower, or going to your favorite movie, or whatever it is that can bring you forward, hiring a plumber if there's something that's been nagging you, that should be repaired. What are the 30 things that you could do, one thing a day that could bring you great joy? So it's, again, finding yourself and your joy again. It's an action. It's forsaking this world. That's an action step. And then really getting onto your supernatural ship, we call it, that this hovering over you. Get over yourself and look down, and on that sacred space above you, you looking down on you, what are the improvements that you're willing to accept and allow right now and create? This is the joy that we come from, that we can actually get over ourselves, and then start releasing on anything that should go off, and bring on board what works for you now. And again, reminding yourself out loud everything that you are satisfied with all the time. I'm satisfied with the fact that I can speak more than one language. I'm satisfied that I have an education. I'm satisfied that I live in America. I'm satisfied that I have 2 or 3 meals a day. I'm satisfied that the sun shines where I live. I'm satisfied that I have a beautiful, comfortable bed that I sleep in. Start being satisfied and speaking it out loud, even in front of a mirror, that you start showing and actively engaging in the molecules of satisfaction. And once you're satisfied with everything, that's a key word to the universe knowing that it's time to allow more in. So, first, we have to speak our satisfaction out loud continually and ready to receive this more that we have for ourselves now. So, define your fun, define your joy. Come up with 30 actions that you can do that can bring joy to you, and then start your list joyfully, because it's so fun to, if you would like new garden tools that would help you make a great experience about planting your flowers or new dirt, then buy a bag of dirt or buy your new garden tools. If you're deciding to invest in something, then find something that you can joyfully invest in. It's just so wonderful that we can do this. We get above ourselves and we find joy looking down at who we are, and we make it new in this very moment and put self first. Because again, God told us in the commandments, love your God. That's number one in the New Testament. And the second commandment is love your neighbor as you love yourself. So we really, it's this moment that we're taking to define self. If you're somebody who gets your nails done once a month and gets your hair cut once a month, then put that right in your calendar right away in the very beginning of the month. And if you're a person who values some fitness, then schedule some exercise sessions or walks or runs or biking sessions, whatever it is that will make you feel fit. And then look at all the targets of your life. I love our inspiration notebook that Receive Joy has made, because it sets you up for this success. I'm just taking mine out for the next year here. And this inspiration notebook that we have has focus targets in it. And this is my new book that I'm getting ready for 2023. And I'm going to fill them out and there's many categories in your life. So check on your happiness and your health. Check on your goals for this year and your goals. Like what this year is going to be my year of finance. This past year was my year of completion. We've got wealth goals. We've got health goals. We have love and community goals. We have growth goals, spirituality goals. The other great thing, sometimes we got so into a to-do list that we have made it, instead of goals in many areas of our life at once, we've gotten down to just a to-do list. And that is less than gratifying for a lot of us, or satisfying. Career goals, personal space goals. Let's look at all these and have bullseyes in all these areas of our life at the same time. Because when we're throwing those energy arrows out, if they have zero targets to hit, we kind of feel like, what are we doing? What are we here for? Is God hearing us as he left us? Well, let me tell you, if you've got lots of areas to achieve and lots of energy going towards them, things are going to hit those bullseye, those arrows, those energy arrows are going to start hitting all over your targets. So it's such a joy that we can find ourselves and our joy again when we journal and come up with targets and decide to have joy soup, and then decide what the ingredients to our joy soup is in this season of our life. And then having that prayer partner, that accountability partner, that friend that you can do some of these things or achieve some of these things. They can sign your book, your journal with you. They can high five you. They can be there if you text them daily. Maybe once a week you could get together with them on a phone call or a Zoom call. What a joy that is. Go ahead, Eve.
Yes, thank you. So the first step in finding ourselves is to remember our mission. Why did we come here on earth for? And when we remember why we're here, what we're passionate about, what is it that we actually have to do? When our gut feeling is so in the knowing of, this is why I'm here, and this is what I wish to do, and this is fun for me, and we are back to being a child because we have to be like children coming in front of God. So when we are like so excited about life again, and we find this thing again, and it's usually like, when you think back, what did you like to play when you were a kid, like around 7 to to 10 years old? What was it that you were excited about? What made your heart sing? And then what are you doing now automatically? that is so well spent moments in your life. So what do you enjoy? So think back on all these things and remember why you are the puzzle piece, that is so important to God and the big picture of His kingdom, and you definitely are. So what is it that makes this puzzle piece have a different quality and a different or part of the big picture? What color is it? So I love that we created as Receive Joy this My Story workbook, when we just write down everything about us to know us again and get to know us. And I always say we have to date ourselves again. So we have to take ourselves out on dates and ask all these getting to know questions to find ourselves. So, yes, Eve, what is your favorite color in this season? Eve, what do you like to eat? What kind of movie shall we watch? so what? So be playful, like be completely silly again, and enjoy this beingness, and remember that this is an experience you signed up. It was between you and your creator. You came here for exactly this experience with exactly these things that you're experiencing right now. So have fun with it. You created it and you did it all. So yeah, so it's also once you get to know yourself again with dating yourself and being your own best friend, being kind to yourself. So treat yourself as you wish to be treated. And it's our subconscious loves our own voice, and it loves to hear whatever it is that are so important to us. So instead of waiting for outside influences like parents that are yet to say certain things to us, so before we have to do it for ourselves. Everything that we wish to receive, we have to do for ourselves first. So tell yourself whatever you wish to hear so dearly. And so be kind to yourself, be gentle to yourself. When you find yourself again, treat yourself as your best friend. Get to know yourself as the special person that is so dear to your heart, that you have all the love and affection for. And then for the fun part, yeah, so do things, schedule yourself first, and know, have your fun list ready. Do a thing each day, plan it, even if it's once a week. It's more, it's more. If you could do it consciously, it's more than anything that could be. So yes, absolutely. The other thing I wish to stress also is that we have to see the joy and the fun in everything, in every single task. So somehow we chose a certain work, somehow we chose a certain activity, and instead of going through a to-do list and kind of going with a feeling of less than joy to this to-do list, how can we have fun in a task? How can we have joy in the task and see that everything that we put on this list of ours is a task, it's a provision by God? So how can we even see that, um, sometimes we do certain things that are like out of alignment with our passion, with our love, with our excitement. How can we make these things even more fun? So we can pray about them, and we can listen to music. We can so come up with some fun idea to make the task amazing. So, and see the bigger picture. Why do you do the task? So ask yourself, why is it even on my list that I'm doing this? I mean, I can pass on it if it's less than anything. However, if it's something that pays the bills, that is fun, to pay a bill because you have the money on the account that came in from that task. So remind yourself of the fun behind every task you're doing. And so this brings a joy back into every day, into every moment of every mundane thing. So even doing dishes, there was a time when I thought doing dishes is something that I wish to avoid. And now I'm looking forward it because I made it my most fun activity of cleaning the house is doing the dishes, because it's so meditating. And I play games when I do certain things that I wish to avoid in the past, and I see everything as something super joyful. And so ask yourself, how can you bring joy in the most mundane and simplest task? Because once you add the joy and the satisfaction to it, it becomes exactly this. It's more joy and it's more satisfaction. And then you receive more of that joy. So yes, and just declare yourself found. Because like if we go out with the wording of, oh, I lost myself, or I have to find myself, then yes, you will be in this ever searching state of it. When you declare, I am found, because that is what we are when we declare Jesus as our Lord and Savior. He saved us. He found us. We are saved. We are found. So what are we doing with our being found? And so it's just the thing that is in Philippians 4:4, rejoice. Again, I say rejoice. So the joy is then the next ingredient and for cooking our joy soup. So enjoy your joy soup, whatever it is, and be proud of that you have a joy soup that you're cooking. So when you have your prayer partner, you can be completely proud of it, because like some part of us or some of us might go back into the defensiveness of, oh, am I worthy of having joy? Am I deserving of joy? Did I work enough? Just remember, everything is by faith, not by works. So lest any man can boast. So it is by faith. And the commandment we are left with by Jesus is rejoice. I say again, rejoice. So are you obeying God and rejoice? Are you having fun? Are you obeying God and live like a child, come before Him and just experience this world in play? Is there anything we wish to add?
I think that's wonderful. Lots to think about and lots to implement in your ways in your life.
So being found and having a lot of joy. We love you and have a blessed day.